Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on Hot 702.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J. Bruno Mars.
On Hot 702.5fm.com.
And we are live.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. I hear.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Oh.
Ooh, I said echo.
Let's try it. 1 2 1 2. We are live on Hot 702.5 FM. It is Getting Together with Jnine.
Hello. Happy Thursday.
And Jezzi.
Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hear you just fine. Welcome to Thursday. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Thursday.
Let me take a moment to take a breather and in and exhale. Let it all out. Let it all go. And yeah, let that be that. Okay.
Ooh, it's been a long
always a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad to be here today. I really am. How you feeling?
I'm good. It's been a long day. It's been very busy from the moment I opened my eyes until. So, yes.
Okay. All right.
It's been a lot cracking on this here Thursday.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny because normally it feels like Thursdays come real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much this one. I felt like this one just really kind of creeped up and it took its time. And, you know, I need it. I need time on my side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
time is flying, but
yeah, I want to. It is. I want to quickly say happy birthday to my granddaughter. Shout out to Talia. She turned 14.
Yay. She is your twin with her beautiful self.
I feel like I pretty much planted that seed.
Yeah, them long legs.
I love that girl to death. She is a beautiful young lady coming into her own. And my grandmother's birthday was the 3rd, my mom's mom.
Oh,
so yeah, she was a Taurus, and
rest in heaven, honey. Rest in heaven.
Absolutely. And we're gonna talk about that in a moment, about resting in heaven, where we all want to get. But I'm gonna start off with this restaurant inspection. I did do my due diligence. And I'm going to say, before I get into the worst of it, I want to say the best of it. Because we're not trying to, you know, drag these people under the bus. We just want to let you know what's going on in our community and any other community when it affects public health. That's public health, right?
Right.
So, needless to say, in my searches, a lot of the restaurants from about 5-4 to today passed with A grades, baby.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very
Shout out
nice.
to the
Shout
restaurant
out to all
community.
the restaurants that are
That's
doing
right.
what you're supposed to do, handling your business, making sure public safety is first and foremost when you serving up the food. Because we depend on that.
They are keeping it clean and keeping it classy. So I am really happy to report that. It was only a few that really made it into, you know, the danger zone. And for some reason, these were Indian cuisine. I don't know if it was the Indian week or the Indian day, and they wanted to, there was a certain segment, or maybe they're populated in the same area, which would make sense when the inspector shows up to be in the same, you know, area, I would imagine. So Mint Indian Bistro got a C grade, 32 demerits. They're on 4246 South Durango. So there was no violations input, but 32 demerits. Anybody that's, you know, high 20s, I'm checking it out. I want to see what your report card looks like. And the reason why I feel it to be really important to do these B's and C's when their demerits are high is because when you decide to still dine at these places, you want to know that they are honest about their scorecard, that their grade is publicly posted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's another part of why we do what we do. And then the Clove Indian Restaurant is what it's called. It's 7090 South Rainbow. They got a C grade as well, 30 demerits. Not quite sure what's going on there. I don't know if inspectors have an opportunity to, I'm sure they're not the ones who are uploading and manually keeping up with these health department records.
Right.
But any branch of government usually has issues with expediting anything.
Right. That is very true. That I
Okay.
know for facts. Those are absolute facts. So,
Yeah. So, but this one was a little questionable because I really like the spot. It's Aware Coffee and Tea and Lounge. And you know, my daughter does her due diligence in the coffee arena, and so
right.
she
I
pointed this
know
one
she's
out.
on it. Okay.
And I went there. They have the cutest little designs when they give you your coffee. You know, those are ones with the hearts and all the good
Yeah,
stuff.
and all
And they,
that pretty stuff on the
yeah,
top and the foam and
right.
pretty.
Delicious tea drinks and mixes. They were, I really like it's a little setting. And it's in there
Okay.
where Centennial Hills area where the car
Okay.
lots are.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, anyway, they have 20 demerits. They're 55.90 painted Mirage. They had a B. So I'm not sure what, and again, there were no details. I'm not quite sure
Okay.
what Aware is doing, but make us aware. Excuse me.
You want to know?
If you
'Cause
want to know.
is that a frequent spot for
Right.
your baby girl and you too?
It's not. You know, here lately we've
Okay.
been doing more like the Grouchy Johns. That's a
Okay.
real popular spot for us.
Okay.
And we stopped doing a lot of the traditional Starbucks.
Right.
You know,
I
it's
can
just,
see that why.
yes, that's beat up. Yeah, it's a little old. So we like to explore the mom and pops. That's more of our speed. So yeah, that wraps that up, and I'm glad that it wraps it up because what it
Nice
says
short
is the
list.
industry is doing what they're supposed to do, and I'm very proud to say that. So, you
Yep.
know, that takes me right on into the Foodie Fest. All those
Okay.
trucks had their report cards displayed as they should.
Oh,
And
okay. That's nice. So I'm sure you went looking for them specifically to see where they had them displayed and stuff like that.
right.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Yep. And, you know, dilly dally, chit chat, get the complimentary food, represent the station, absolutely. Representing
Right.
Hot
Absolutely. All
702.5
day.
FM all day.
All
Um,
day.
I will say that I was impressed with obviously Vito's tacos and whatever
That's your spot.
method to the madness that they have with that birria is
Mm.
on hit because
Okay.
Friday night when I showed up 5-5 it was the only line that was a real line.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
it was. Everybody else was still getting
So
their stuff
everybody.
together.
Okay.
They probably hadn't put out a lot of displays, which is,
Okay.
you know, an attractive feature, get people to get over to your truck. But I was impressed with, obviously, the American funnel cake. They keep them rolling, popping, hot, all the toppings.
Okay.
Funnel girl that I am, they never disappoint. But I was impressed with this spot called Endless Possibilities.
Endless pasta abilities. That's
Yeah.
cute.
Isn't it cute? That was
That's
the first
cute.
ring, right? So they sell Italian food in a bread tower. So a garlic bread tower. So
Oh,
you
I
breaking
like
off the bread
that.
while you're
That sounds
eating
good.
lasagna.
Off top.
And you know how I feel about Italian food.
I love you, girl. You and me both. You know,
Right.
we both we pretty much neck and neck in a lot of stuff we like, and then polar opposites on the stuff we don't. So,
But
right?
it's funny because that's what, spoiler alert, that's what I plan to serve in my restaurant is fresh pasta. So and so they make their fresh pasta. The lines weren't as long because I think they needed to have more displays so people can see because nobody wants to walk around eating lasagna, at a carnival festival type deal, per se.
Right.
People
Well,
are doing corn dogs and faster foods and things
stuff you
in a tray.
can.
So
That's easy.
they needed to see that was also easily accessible and edible with
Okay.
more displays. That would be
Okay.
my
Like
recommendation.
pictures of what it actually looks like
Or
on the truck.
the whole display, put it in the cup and put it out front and show what
Okay.
it looks like so that people get the full concept, because I didn't until I walked up and started engaging.
Okay.
um, and so I didn't buy it because I was a little spent, because like me and E was discussing, you don't necessarily go and they don't make it where you can graze like we
No, they
like to graze.
don't.
They make it so you're going
Yeah.
to spend $30 a pop.
Every
And
time you
now I'm
stop
ready
at
to
a
go.
truck.
Like, it's
Yeah.
dusty, and I've had enough. You can only walk around so much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I do like is that it's at Craig Ranch, only because Craig Ranch can serve multiple purposes. So now you're at the
Okay.
park, you can go see the ducks, you can take the kids to
Hmm.
go do the park stuff. So I do like that. And shout out to the Best of Your City for the tickets and any of the winners that
That
showed
was
up.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, it was nice.
Did
So
they do the voting again? I missed it because I'm still out of town. So
no,
okay.
no, they did not do the voting. And I guess how could you if the Best of Your City isn't there? If Phyllis isn't there, because I know she's a one-man band. So,
Hmm. Okay.
yeah. But, yeah, it was okay. I went 5-5 and I went 5-7.
On
That's
Sunday.
Sunday.
Okay.
So Sunday really gave me a chance to relax and engage. Friday night, it
Okay.
was dark.
Right.
I wanted to make sure tickets were accessible to the winners. So
Right.
it kind of, I did my thing. Had that was the first night with Vito's. I can't do 2 nights of that, or I'm gonna wake up in hot flashes and
I
things of
could
that nature.
imagine
You know what
because
I'm saying? Because
So
the
what
consomme.
those tacos, is that the ones where it has all that juicy juice on the side of it?
The
And it's
consomme.
just, yeah, that
Hmm.
just,
Hmm.
ooh,
I
mm-mm.
introduced one of uh, one of my god sisters' friends to the consomme because she wasn't going to order it. I'm like, girl, you can't have birria tacos without the consomme. She was like, well, what is
Okay.
that? Order it. So anybody who thinks that it's going to come all by itself, it's not. Usually you have to order it unless it specifies that it comes with the consomme, the
Oh,
dipping
okay.
sauce.
Okay.
So that was
And
that.
what was the crowd on Sunday?
Nice.
It was a nice
It was still
crowd.
a nice crowd. You
Okay.
know, there's not a lot per se of family events going on in Las Vegas.
Okay.
They're mainly adult oriented, right? It
Okay.
always has been. And they filter in a few of these festivals. So people really do turn out. Watch your feet because strollers are moving, right?
Right. Right.
Um, so the crowd seemed to be pretty consistent. Friday night was still quite a few people.
Okay.
Um, but again, we were contending with Lovers and Friends. They were contending
Okay.
with another festival that was going on, plus the 626 Market. This was their weekend.
Oh,
Hmm.
they doing their
Yeah.
thing.
They chose
It's
2 weekends out of the
Palm.
month. So this is at the Palms, right?
Right.
Yeah, for anybody
Okay.
listening, 626 is the spot to, experience a couple of food trucks and a couple of vendors.
I may want to pull up to that again
Yeah, well,
when
I'll
I
be
get
in.
back.
Catch me outside. I'll be in the casino.
What?
I'll be in the casino.
Okay.
Yeah, we
So
got
we're
pulled away the
here.
last time. You know what I'm saying? We were distracted, and I had an agenda.
Ooh-wee. I can't.
Yeah, anybody who knows, when we get in the streets, it turns
It's
into a real movie. And I'm
man,
not playing. I'm
it's
not
always
for play.
something.
Yeah.
It is
Folks show
always.
up. They show up and they show out for us. They really do.
Yes, they
And it usually
do.
consists of all the little knickknacks that we like.
Y'all like, what the hell them girls
That's an
talking
inside
about?
joke. That's an inside joke. But if you ever want to hang out with Jnine and Jezzi, you will understand
Right?
what kind of night you're going to
You
end up.
will. You
Hmm.
are
Hide your
not
wife,
having no
hide your
kids.
kids.
You're
Cause
gonna have a blast too. I can assure you.
bring a whole bag because it's going down. She.
I'm not fooling with you.
So anyway, my granddaughter's birthday was the 6th. So again, happy birthday to Leah.
Oh,
And we
my
dined at
pretty
the Capitol
self.
Grill.
Okay, how was that?
Phenomenal. Now I've been to every restaurant pretty much in the um, in the Fashion Show Mall area. I had
Okay.
not gone up to that floor. It's the 3rd floor.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So right underneath that is an Italian restaurant, Marciani's or something like that. They're a
Okay.
really good restaurant
Okay.
for ambiance alone. So of
Okay.
course you're up on the 3rd floor. You get a chance to see, and if anybody wants to see, I did a reel on Facebook, J9 Roberts. You could take a peek.
Yes, that was cute. I like both of your reels, the one from the Foodie Fest and Talia's birthday dinner. Oh, so that's where you guys were, where
Hmm.
the sweet proposal was and all that. I love to see love. Love is just I love it.
The
I
whole
love to
restaurant
see it.
came to a pause.
I
So
can imagine.
we got there. Kate was our server. So if you guys happen to go to the Capitol Grill, please ask for Kate. She was so accommodating because it's now my daughter, my granddaughter, my grandson, both grandsons, and 2 of my daughters. So not a big
Okay.
party, but we can be a little demanding in terms of what we need to show up at the table.
Right.
The sides and
Right.
she was accommodative. She was friendly. She was on point. She
Okay.
showed up. She wanted to make sure that we were great. So
I
here's
like
what we
that.
ordered.
No, I love that.
It's the Capitol Grill is an upscale steak spot.
Okay. I
So
can tell.
we're talking about tomahawks. We're talking about aged, dried New York ribeyes, so on and so forth. The Capitol Grill is the place to go for the ambiance because you're looking out at several of the hotels. The one of them is an advertisement, so of course that as it changed scenery, it's lighting up
Hmm.
the restaurant. So that's
Okay.
really cute. So we ordered the Gray style, family style. We had the
Okay.
lobster mac, the
Oh,
mashed potatoes, grilled asparagus. We had some soy glazed Brussels sprouts
ooh,
with
them sound good.
bacon.
Oh, that
Girl, I'm
sounds
hungry.
good.
But let me
That
back
sounds
the
good.
train up. We started off with cocktails. You know
Okay.
how we do. That's just
Yes.
a
A
given.
given.
We ordered the black tie margarita because me and Taylor here lately have been fans of margarita with great tequila, right?
Okay.
Girl, that thing lasted me, and I mean, it wasn't what, maybe 6 ounces, filled with ice, nice and cold, chilled cup, nice
Uh,
straw,
you drank it like it
balanced
was water,
properly.
huh?
Well, you couldn't, because after the first sip, I was like, "Whoa,
Oh,
nice."
really?
Well, you know why? It's Casamigos
Oh,
Resposado.
well, yeah. Come on now, stop playing. That's all we're doing out here in 2023.
That's what it is. So, and then it's got the fresh lemon and lime and the Control. So it was a great balance because margaritas you can get wrong so easily.
Yeah, that's why I don't do
Too
them.
sweet,
Because
too
I'll
much of
have
that sweet.
heartburn and everything else, stomach
Right,
acid,
right,
acting up, all because
right.
it's just made wrong.
Because
Just
it's made
wrong.
wrong. Get it together. It is a healthy balance. And you probably
Right.
want to put at least 2 shots of that Casamigos.
Right. To drown out any mistakes you might have made, just cover it up with more alcohol.
Bring
We
it.
accept that.
So we were able to sip on that drink lovingly, right?
Okay.
While the food
Okay.
was coming, that was a great cocktail. I would have done 2 of those. So anyway, we had the garlic spinach, um,
Oh,
and
y'all been
then
eating.
I ordered the chicken with mushrooms and the Parmesan risotto.
Oh, wow.
Everything, because what restaurants need to understand is what we're looking for is flavor.
Flavor. Right.
We need
Right.
presentation. It was
Presentation,
beautiful.
because you eat with your eyes first. And then if it look good and then it tastes good, oh yeah, you in there.
And it
You's
did just
in
that,
there. Okay.
and
Who picked
did.
that place? Who picked? Did Talia pick it?
Taylor.
Oh,
That's why
Taylor
she's
found
gonna
it.
join the expedition because she
Okay.
found, she's out here booking
In these streets
reservations. Yeah,
and
she.
making it happen. Taylor be doing her thing. She travels a lot. She experiments with all these new spots. I love it. Can't wait.
Yeah, yeah. She is us. We just didn't have social media because we'd be tearing it up.
Right.
You know, yeah. So they are mini me's,
Yeah,
mini
I
us.
agree.
So then that was that. They have private dining if you wanted to have, something there. And I'm gonna tell you, whatever that I've been here a lot of years, and I had
Hmm.
not dined there. So everybody was like, "Oh no,
Oh
you
wow.
really need to try this. You really need to." So the server was phenomenal. Now we're done with our meal, and the table next to us, we kept watching because we were trying to see what kind of um, appetizers were coming to the table.
Hmm.
Well, little did we know, it was almost like the build up for the moment when the dude asked the girl, he got on his knees, and I said, "Is he on his knees, y'all? He's on his knees." Yes,
Oh.
so right in the middle of our meal, or at the closing of our meal, we got to watch a live proposal on his knees. She's crying. She's
Oh,
yes.
I
He puts the
love
ring on her
it.
finger, and we're all like, yeah. The whole
Yes,
restaurant is clapping.
cheering.
Those are the kind of vibes you want in a restaurant.
Yes, you
Doesn't have to
do.
be that
That's
per se,
love.
but that people seek out that type of environment because it got,
Right.
yeah, it was just
That
perfect.
was nothing but grand energy.
It
Nothing
was.
but I love it.
It was. So now she's crying. The family knew. You could tell it was a surprise because her folks was
Okay.
just like, "This is perfect. This is nice." So they left. They bring Talia her little birthday cheesecake lit up. We do that.
Mm.
But as we're getting ready to go, there's a table full of nice, distinguished gentlemen. You know how I feel about the distinguished gentlemen, right?
Yes,
A
I do.
table full of delicious black men, honey.
Oh, wow.
Yes, over in the corner. Listen, if our little bill was over $300, I can only imagine what these men. Because I
But
saw
theirs
tomahawk
was.
steaks.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that mean they
yeah,
ordered top
yeah,
top of the line.
yeah.
Top of the line.
They look good. They look like they smell good. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
but then right after that, a wedding party comes in, treating Vegas the way Vegas should be treated, because everybody's stumbling.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's our kind of crowd too. Don't play. You know that's our kind of crowd too.
Everybody's stumbling, right? They laughing and talking, and then here comes the bride.
Oh.
She's got on her, her white dress that looks like she may have been, dressed down or took the train off. But one of the husbands stumbles over to our table
Okay.
because we're like moths to a flame.
Yeah,
So
that
he comes
energy
up.
draws them in every time.
He comes over to the table talking about, me and my wife been married 40 years or 47 years, and yeah, we're up here, and these nuts decided to get married. I would have told him not to get married. He's stumbling all over the table. He's like, "Forgive us, because we're going to be loud and rowdy. We out. Don't worry, we're out."
Okay.
So that was the type of crowd that was making their way in. Our hostess was like, "I'm so glad my shift's over, because somebody's got to handle them."
Right? And they was gonna be a challenge. Them rowdy crowds be a lot.
Yeah. So
But they fun. I
they
mean
are
they be
fun.
fun.
Now, what I like about the Fashion Show Mall, people eating there, is it's all on the perimeters. We're not talking about food court. We're talking about really nice restaurant, the Sugar Factory's over there.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, and they're accessible because the ones, at least the Italian restaurant and the Capitol Grill, you park, get on the elevator, and you're at the restaurant. It's not that park at, in the parking lot and go upstairs, walk across the bridge, upstairs, like you do normal casinos. So
Mhm.
that's what I like about that area. It's convenient, and you can walk around, shop, eat, and enjoy that. PF Chang's is there. So we did a little walk in, and then we headed on home, and that was the gist of our weekend. It was a very,
Okay.
very busy weekend.
That
So,
sounds well, yeah, your baby's birthday. You
mhm.
know, I was wondering if Capitol Grill, because I've heard that name before. I've even heard it out here in Sacramento, the Capitol Grill. Do they have more than one
I didn't
place?
I didn't look at their location, but
Because they
they're the
have
only ones that come
one.
up in Vegas.
Okay, because it looks like the Capitol Grill, Grill.
That's
Looks
right.
like they have one in LA too.
Mm,
Because I've
okay.
heard that name before,
I had
and
heard
I've
it before
heard
too.
good things about them, and it's nice that you were able to experience them.
Hmm.
So that means we going back. Okay.
It definitely means we're going back. It's a nice place to take a date, especially if you
Yes.
want to know if your date got it going on. Because I'm ordering
Hmm.
from the steak menu, medium well done.
We gonna test you.
We are going to test the waters where you want to go. So anybody
That's
want to call in
hilarious.
and participate, you definitely can. We're a little over the top with everything. 702-551-5261. Call in, share, talk about the Foodie Fest, places you've eaten, any of that. We are
Right.
going to skip on into it's Mother's Day. So anybody want to call in and share their experience? They want to, wish to do a shout out, wish their mom or BM their just due. Call in 702-551-5261
That
with
for
Get It Together
sure.
with J9.
Jnine Jezzi.
And we are here at Hot 702.5 FM.
Yeah, I didn't eat out anywhere this week, but I know this weekend, me and my daughter, because she just got back from South Korea, she brought so many little cute trinkets back from South Korea and food. She
Oh,
brought back quite a bit of food from South Korea.
so when
She
you say
took,
food,
yeah,
break it down.
she had a bag or like a refrigerator, you know those bags that are insulated. And so she brought back, I guess they make like I can't read none of the writing on any of this
Of
food, but
course you
she
can't.
got a little
It's
everything.
Korea.
And then they have, you know how they sell those hot and spicy bowls out here, those ramen bowls?
I love them.
Well, they sell rice bowls like that out there. And she brought back a couple of those. I haven't tried them yet. She brought back all kind of sweets and goodies. She brought back these little drinks from I guess Baskin and Robbins sell these drinks out there with all the ice cream flavors. She was like, I don't know what y'all doing in ghetto America, but these are the bomb. And she brought a ton of them back because she was like, they're just delicious. I haven't
Okay.
tried one of them because I gotta
Yeah, you got to be
watch
in the
my
right.
sugar. Yeah, in that right frame of mind to eat some of that
Might
stuff.
have to
But
pop a
yeah,
pep sitter too or some shit like you should.
exactly.
Okay. All
So
right. Well,
yeah, she
that's
brought back some
cool.
cute stuff. And this weekend we are going. They have a foodie fest out here in Sacramento at the Cal Expo, Friday,
Okay. I've been to
Saturday, and
that. I've been
Sunday.
to one at the Cal Expo for sure.
Yeah, we're doing that this weekend.
Okay.
So I'll report back next week how that was.
As you must. Okay. Well, I will say that it is Mother's Day, right? And I was thinking about a couple of different things that I wanted to share or talk about, and I wanted to start off with gratitude
Mm,
because I was talking with a friend the other day, and we were trying to master or capsulate what gratitude does when you're gracious and humble and thankful for where you are and what you have, and
yep.
how that actually ultimately reduces your stress.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. As well as brings in more to be grateful and thankful
And
for.
grateful begets grateful.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
So I am very grateful that my mom is alive and well, and that she is a great grandmother and
Hmm.
very active great grandmother, 5 generations of
Great
us.
great grandmother. She's a great no,
Yeah,
she's a great grandmother and a grandmother and a great grandmother. Yes, my bad.
yeah. So yeah, the five generations. So daughter, granddaughter, and then great granddaughter. So there's five,
Yeah,
right?
that's major.
So I'm grateful and I'm
Yeah.
thankful because life is short
Yes,
and
it
life
is.
expectancy, although is they're saying is rising, I'm not so sure our health conditions are following that. So
Hmm.
yes, we may be living a little longer if this is true statistic
Mhm.
wise. Everybody's not living to either their full potential
Mhm.
or they're living in regret. They're living with
Mm.
mental anguish. They're living in
Mm.
poverty. There's all these series of conditions that could actually lift your spirit in those conditions when you learn to appreciate what you have and where you are, no matter where you are.
Mhm.
Because there's something redeeming about everything and everybody
Absolutely.
until
I
you've
agree with
crossed
that.
that line of no return.
And then you just, walk away.
I can't do it no more. But
Right?
I am eternally grateful for that. I am grateful for my ancestors that have come before me that paved the way so that we can speak freely on this platform, so that we can exercise rights that were not granted to us,
Right.
right? So I'm
Right.
very, very, very grateful. I'm walking in grace. All those GR words, gratitude, grace, um, and I can feel the results. I feel lighter. So for anybody that's going through anything, especially the loss of your mom, right? That is huge for people right now. Holidays, Mother's Day, some of these other grand holidays that remind people of the people that they've lost.
Right.
So right now, I'm definitely going to send out a wave of prayer and empathy for those people who don't have their parents, don't have their
Right.
mom during this holiday, and then right behind it is Father's Day. And so the bright side is if you're hearing my voice, if you're hearing our voice, you're alive,
Right.
right?
You're on the right side of the dirt.
And you are a legacy of the people before you. So,
Mm-mm.
take gratitude in where you are, take inventory, good, bad, ugly. And then you have to take all of that and wrap your arms around it because that's your pretty ugly.
Mhm.
It's yours, it's unique to you. And once you can do that, you're starting, to get yourself in a more stable mental health condition, no matter what your condition is. So, I um, I did a little history on, and jump on in here.
Okay. I I'm currently I do want to say that I'm very grateful for the fact that I have my mom. Uh and that's why I'm out here in Sacramento being with my mom, being of support to my mother and cuz she's been my everything all my life and
Hmm.
being there for her actually makes me feel better because of
Hmm.
everything that she has done and still does to this day for me. And I'm just grateful that, she's still in her right mind. She's still able to move and groove. She might not move as fast as she used to, but
And they
I
be
don't
tripping when
care.
we be walking fast, don't they?
Yeah, she always be
I
like, "Why
can't
you
slow
running
down
so
all the
slow
way.
there?" And I'm like, "I'm not asking you to speed up. Just hang out. You good. I'm with you. I'm not
Uh,
going too far ahead of you. You good. I'm just glad you with me and we out here moving around and we can still do our thing together." So I am very grateful that
amen, amen.
she is still very much so available for me and my children.
That's right. It's
And
funny because there was a saying that says, no matter how old we are, as long as our mother's alive, we want our mothers.
yes, I am
Hmm.
still, I'm a mama's girl for sure. And I'm full grown. Trust me, full grown. over 50
Yeah.
grown, and I still need my mama. Still want
Right.
her around.
Right.
Still be, if I don't feel good, I'm like, mama,
Can you make some of that soup?
right? And she
Can
still
you reach
come
in
to
your pocket of goods?
mama to the rescue, and all her home remedies. I can't beat that with a bat. She got me out here trying home remedies and making concoctions and special tonics and stuff just so I can stay healthy and strong. So, I'm just grateful to have my mom because there are a lot of people in my family and in my circle that have lost their mothers, and they lost them earlier than they should. So my
And
heart
listen,
absolutely goes out to those people because I just I don't even want to imagine what the absence would feel like.
yeah, right. And it's okay, I think, to be human and vulnerable about the loss because there is no time, there is no space that is structured for grief.
No, it's not. My mom
It,
still misses her mom to this day.
that's
My
right,
mom still talks
right.
about her mother with a loving heart to this day, and
Hmm.
that her mama was her best friend. I get
Right,
that, mama. I
right.
get it.
That's right. So, Mother's Day, basically, the toughest job you'll ever love. That's what they say. Sunday, May 14th, 2023 is Mother's Day. And just a little
Mhm.
history. So, President Woodrow Wilson made it official, declaring Mother's Day to be celebrated second Sundays of the month of May back in 1914. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Right? And so the idea was, have your mother, let her know how much she's loved and appreciated. And a couple of fun facts that you might want to, think about. More calls are made on Mother's Day than any other day of the year. The spike is like 37%
Oh, wow.
increase. Yep. So it's nice to know that you guys are reaching out to your mothers, that you're reaching out to your family on Mother's Day. For those who don't have mothers that are not with you, grandmothers that are no longer with you, reach out to somebody who you love and knows loves you, okay?
Mhm.
And share.
Absolute. Absolute.
I've got some remedies that might help for those of you who have lost your loved ones, your mother particularly. Um, Share your memories. Share your
Mm.
memories.
Right.
Don't be afraid to talk about it and feel the pain if
Absolutely.
that's what it
Absolutely.
brings. But you got to be in touch with what's going on inside of you. So share memories.
Absolutely.
The obvious, take the flowers to grave sites
Right.
if you're able to get to them. Enjoy her favorite pastime. So if you know your mother had or your grandmother or the woman mother in your life, mother figure, if you knew she did a particular thing, liked a particular thing, share in that.
Mm.
Do that in honor of your mother.
Very
Um,
nice.
Photos, take some photos
Right.
out, go over some photos, look at some old times. I don't care if you just looked at them yesterday. It may not feel the same on Sunday, right?
Right.
So make sure that you have trusted people around you, friends around you who you can discuss and talk with and maybe even cry
And
with.
cry with. Absolutely.
But take a
Absolutely.
minute. Take a
Yep.
minute. Breathe. Um, so anyway, Anna Jarvis, she
I looked
was
that up too.
yeah, right?
Mhm.
So she was the owner of a Philadelphia department store. And in May 1908, she organized the first official Mother's Day celebration. She resolved to sing the holiday on a national calendar. She was insistent on seeing Mother's Day on a national level. And that she argued that holidays were based towards male achievement and
Mm.
not the women who birthed those males. Okay.
All right. What I
Uh,
looked up about Anna, I don't mean to cut you off, is
yeah,
that
no, Lita.
Anna Jarvis was the daughter of Anna Reeves Jarvis.
That's right.
And Anna Reeves Jarvis was a social activist and the founder of the Mother's Day Work Club, who supported women and families and help with the provide assistance and education to help with um, to reduce disease and infant mortality rates when folks went to, because it was wartime during the
Right.
Civil War, and she was very helpful during that whole process, and she wanted to honor her mother, who was the founder of the Mother's
Mother's
Day
Day movement.
Work Club that helped during that process. So yeah, we both looked that up. Good job.
Because, education is what we need. We can't just always go into things not prepared or not knowing why you celebrate what you celebrate because you
Right,
may opt
exactly.
out. You
Yeah,
know what
when
I'm
you
saying?
find out a little history about something. True.
That's right.
True that.
Because what she felt was she did a massive letter campaign to a lot of newspapers and news outlets
Mhm.
because she was disturbed by the fact that it was became the biggest holiday for consumer spending.
Mhm.
So that's why I say, when you learn the history of some things, you might opt out. You might decide
Right.
that maybe this isn't really what I want to celebrate. I might want to celebrate Juneteenth and not 4th of July type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In that
Exactly.
respect.
Exactly.
So, hey, Jay Monet, the message, inspire others. That's right. All of that good stuff. Mother's Day. I like the hashtags.
Yes, I do.
So, yeah, be cognizant of your spending, especially men that are spending for your wives or your mom. I mean, there's no limit on showing your appreciation, don't get me wrong,
Right.
but beware
Exactly.
of the commercial spending,
Right.
meaning being lured into buying things because it's extravagant and because you're trying to prove yourself or
Right.
you're caught up in the moment. Women really want love and affection, attention.
Yes, we do.
They want relief from them children. You know what I'm saying? They want spa days. They'll take some
Right.
jewelry and some perfume. Take them away from the house duties. Maybe if she does a lot of the kitchen duties, maybe that's the one time you do the kitchen duties, right?
Right.
So I think that you really need to let people know. Make your phone calls, visits, cards. Let them know how they impacted your life and the family, especially when you have the matriarchs that are still alive.
Yes.
Sit under them, get some wisdom, some teaching, ask some
Please.
questions, get some history, because a lot of our elders
Right.
don't necessarily share their experience because, again, these are still generation of women and men who don't necessarily talk about what they've been through
Right.
or where
Because of the
they've been.
era that they came up in, Jim Crow, and your grandmother or your great grandmother only maybe just one generation away
Away
from
from slavery.
slavery.
Hmm.
So
Absolutely.
they try to act like it happened so long ago, but there are still people that
Hmm.
to this day that have memories that they could potentially share with you
That's right.
about things that happened. And my mom is one of them. She's not like she was in slavery, but she has a lot of that history of,
Yeah, she
you
does because
know,
her grandparents were.
yes, absolutely. So, and she would love to sit. And if your mother is, or your grandmother, or your great grandmother is still uh, mentally apt, talk to them, sit up under them. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Get your
Hmm.
pen and paper out. Ask them about their family history. Ask them about names and places and dates if they remember all that stuff.
Right.
That's good stuff.
Right.
And your
It
kids
is.
will appreciate it because they want to know. And I think that's a big
Hmm.
movement in the Black community already, is that we need more information about where we really came from,
Yes.
before slavery, but even just as far back as we can go
Right.
potentially.
Hmm.
And that creates strength in
It
us.
does. Confidence and strength, and
Yes,
it makes you feel like you are somebody because you
exactly.
are. Right.
Absolutely.
Another fun fact. So, 1968, Coretta Scott King used Mother's Day to host a march in support of underprivileged women and children.
Nice.
Okay, so Mother's
Nice.
Day has much more than a bouquet of flowers. It's a
Right.
movement, and it can serve for political causes, and especially moving forward for women. It's really important that we continue to move forward. Um,
Ooh
so,
wee.
Mother's Day has definitely been a launching for some political causes. Um, the other fun fact is in the 70s, women's groups used the date, Mother's Day, to highlight the need for equal rights and access to child care. So, for whatever reason, in the 70s, child care was a really big issue for the working
Yeah.
women, and it's probably because the doors were kicked open. So,
Right.
women were going into the workforce, but there was no structure for child care. So
Right.
they used Mother's Day. Now, mind you, this is the second Sunday in every May,
Every
the
May.
second Sunday. So these are Sundays, weekends that they're actually making movement and headway and gathering
Hmm.
to try to make some change. So I think that is very important.
Absolutely.
Um, and so here's a couple of little sayings that I picked up. Um, all that I am or ever hope to be, I owe to my angel, my mother. Anybody know who that is? Call in. That was Abraham Lincoln. And we've heard that
Mm.
phrase, all that I have and all that I am, I owe to my mother.
I've
Yeah,
heard it.
know
Absolutely.
that.
Abraham
Um,
Lincoln, huh?
right. Abraham.
He's so funny.
It's the beard. It's the beard. Mothers and their children are in a category all of their own. There's no bond so strong in the entire world. No love so instantaneous and forgiving. That
Mm.
was
Mm.
Gail Sukiyama. I don't know who she
Okay.
is, but I give her credit.
Don't know who she is.
The best
Very
place to
nice.
cry is on a mother's arms.
Woo-wee, that ain't no lie. That is no lie. That is no lie.
It is. It's
Truth.
just unforgiving. Um, uh, that's not what I meant to say, but yeah.
That
There,
was, yeah, I don't know if that
there's
was
no
the right
way
one.
to be a perfect mother. Listen, mothers, there's no way to be a perfect mother. Okay, and a million ways to be a good one. We need a
Yes,
lot
indeed.
of little methods of being a good mother. Don't try to conquer the world and be a perfect mother. It
No
doesn't
such
exist.
thing.
Yeah.
No such thing.
There's no model for being a mother. Like there's no guideline. You know, we try to shape our children and love them the best way we can.
You
And
sure
so
do.
give yourself some grace, give
Yes, you
yourself some
sure do.
acknowledgement. Mothers have done a really tough job over time. And I just send out all the love, praise, gratitude to all the mothers, all the mother figures, all the grandmothers on this here Mother's Day, Sunday, May 14th.
Yes,
So,
it's the same here.
yeah, I think we're
Hands
going
down.
to a Mexican brunch on Sunday out in Summerlin.
Okay.
So we will be reporting
Okay.
in. It's a spot that we've dined before for my niece's birthday, your daughter's
Oh,
birthday.
Tay.
I have the best mother, bless. Love you
I know
too,
you
baby
do,
girl.
girl. Ain't that I love it when the kids they acknowledge that they mothers are, we did the best that
Golden.
we could with what we had, and we didn't do too
We did
bad.
not. I told my daughter the other day, check this out. We never lived in our car. We
Right?
never moved in with a man.
Right?
And we were never homeless. Okay?
Talk that. Talk
So
that
I
talk. Talk
did what
that
I was
talk.
supposed to do, even
Talk
as a
that
single
talk.
mother. So
Mm-mm-mm.
I feel
Yes, you
very,
did.
very, very grateful for that because it's
Yeah.
nothing but God that allows for us to have the tolerance and the patience
Mhm.
and the
Mhm.
grace to raise these little
Yeah.
mofos.
And it's funny because
Some of y'all so ungrateful.
me and my thank you, niece, thank you. Cause me and my girlfriend was just talking about, we made a lot less money back in the day, but we were sure able to put some stuff together and make sure wasn't nobody hungry. We still was able to do the stuff we wanted to do. And me and you, we was taking our kids out almost every weekend doing something. We was in the movies, we was somewhere
Girl, and
eating.
Chevy's was our spot for a minute, right there
We
in
was always doing something.
yeah, right. So, I mean, I think the key to being a great, look at all my girls showed
I
up.
know.
Happy
Isn't that
Mother's Day. All
beautiful?
my girls are online.
Oh, look at all my nieces. That's love.
You
I
remember
can't
those
get
Chevy
mine.
days? I mean, I wish we had a Chevy's here. Those were real margaritas. I remember getting into a fight with
Yeah.
my dude over a margarita.
Really?
Girl,
You and these damn
yeah.
margaritas.
Because Chevy know how to make them. He kept pressing my buttons, talking about I was dating somebody else or something. And I was like, listen, tequila time has kicked in and we have a problem.
Oh, Lexi say she remember those Chevy days. Yeah,
So the
girl, we
key
was
is
at
you
'em.
can do a lot at for a little. You don't have to have a
Yes,
lot of money to spend
exactly.
quality time with your children
Exactly.
and children. You don't have to spend a lot of money to
You
and
sure
husbands
don't.
to be grateful to your wives and your baby mamas. Let's spread some love. Let's really spread some love.
Thank you, E.
Yes, thank you very much.
I
And
like
if
all
you
the I
know,
love all the Mother's Day love.
right? And if you know
Love me
somebody
some.
who's going through it and you know that they have a hard time this time of year, love on them.
Be a
Love
little
them through these
extra.
holidays because there is, you just don't know what people are going through and breaking points are really close in this day and
Yeah,
age, you know.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I got a coworker that her mom passed around this time of year and her birthday. Her mom passed the day before her birthday, which her birthday was May 7th. So it's right all in this, and she is a very strong woman,
Okay.
but I know she got a heart, so I'm letting her, I'm in her corner right now because I know it's a
That's right.
trying time,
That's right.
you
It is
know?
a trying time. And so for everybody who's out there celebrating and grateful and glad and participating in all of the festivities, keep in mind the people who don't because at the end of the day, we all have to go.
We are,
We just want to
man,
live quality lives. You want to live
yes,
without regret. You want to tell
yes.
people you love them now. You want to give them their
Now,
flowers and acknowledgement as
now,
often as you can. Hug on
now.
people, tell them you love them. Enjoy time with people. Go out of your way and sacrifice sometimes because here's the deal. We really don't want to do some of the things that we do, but we do
Right,
them because it's expected of us as children, mothers,
right,
and so that's where the blessing is
right,
doing things that you don't necessarily want to do, but you
right,
know it needs to be done. And in
right.
return, you get a full blown blessing that you didn't
Yes, you
even know
do.
you needed.
Absolutely. Girl, you is preaching today.
Amen, amen. So
Yes,
love on them.
indeed.
Happy Mother's Day again. I'm
Yes, and
so
to
glad you
all
guys
your baby
joined us.
girls too, because they all mamas too. Happy Mother's
All
Day,
my
my
daughters
beautiful
are
nieces.
mothers. I am a
Y'all are
grandmother. So it's happy grandmama
grand.
day to me. But don't call me grandma, it's Mimi.
Okay,
So
my
anyway,
bad.
thank you all for tuning in. Hot 702.5 FM. It is Get It Together with J9.
And
And
Jazzy,
we will be back here same time, same place.
same
We love you
time,
guys.
same
Thank you for tuning
channel.
in. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful souls that have raised beautiful souls.
Yes, indeed.
And with
Love on
that,
them. Peace, love, and light to all my mothers. I love you all.
and we'll see you next week.
Next